Hello everybody, welcome back. I've got my November empties today, so I'm going to talk through all of the beauty related items that I finished up in November, my thoughts on them and would I repurchase them. So I did better than last month. I think I only finished off about 3 items in October and I've more than doubled that today. I have finished off 7 items in November. My monthly average is around about a dozen, so I'm still not up to my, usual amount that I tend to finish off in a month. But I feel like I kind of go through phases. There seems to be those months where I use up loads of products and then I have to repurchase a load of them, and then months where I don't really use up much at all. So this one kind of seems to be halfway between that. Now with those 7 items, 4 of them are skincare, 2 of them are body care and 1 is hair. So let's start things off with the hair care item, which is my go-to dry shampoo product. It is the Living Proof Dry Shampoo. Now this is kind of on a par with Batiste for me, but the reason I tend to go for this one is that this one usually is recommended by hairdressers. I think it's a lot kinder to your hair than Batiste is. However, I feel like they both kind of do a pretty similar job. So a little bit annoying, I suppose, that this one tends to be recommended over Batiste. And I'm trying to be a bit kinder towards my hair. I'm trying to go for hair care products that are a bit more nourishing, a bit better in terms of their quality rather than like cheap and cheerful hair care products. So that also extends to my dry shampoo, so that's why I tend to kind of stick with Living Proof at the moment. I do have a backup behind me. Where's my finger pointing? This one here, this is a backup of the dry shampoo, and I have also ordered a set of 2 of these as well from Look Fantastic because they were on an excellent deal. They've not yet turned up though, my delivery has been delayed. Hopefully they will turn up soon, so it's nice to have, a couple of backups there in my collection. This is 198 mils. I think I've said before, I don't really know why this isn't 200 mils. Bit of a weird amount, but a standard size dry shampoo, and how I apply this tends to be the day after I've washed my hair. So I washed my hair last night and I have started to notice, it always happens here, this bit here of my hair, I think maybe because it falls more on my face, but this bit tends to kind of get greasy quicker than the rest of my hair. So tomorrow morning with my new one over here, I will spray that, I suppose about this far away. How far is that? I don't know, about 30 centimeters away from my roots. Spray it, lift up sections of my hair as I do so, leave it to sit for a few minutes, and then I will work it in with my fingertips and then brush out. And it's a really lovely dry shampoo to give a little bit of volume to my flat, fine hair that I now seem to have messed up. Doesn't leave behind any sort of whiteness at all, no kind of telltale signs that you've used a dry shampoo. Brushes out lovely as well, so I think that is also another reason why this one is recommended over Batiste. So a great dry shampoo, it does the job, really lovely, leaves my hair feeling nice and lightweight, nice and refreshed. But it's just the price point for this one that kind of makes me a little bit sad, so that's why I like to kind of stock up on this if I find a good deal. So an empty that will probably be a regular. I tend to kind of get through about 1 of these a month, so it might be likely that I finish off that one next month, but an item that I will continue to repurchase. Okay, so next is a Project Pan item, and I think next year when I do my empties, I'm not going to talk about Project Pan items. I'm only going to include non-Project Pan empties because I feel like it kind of gives it away. If I mention it in my empties, it's like a spoiler for my Project Pan, and if I mention it in my Project Pan, it's a spoiler for my empties. However, this is a Project Pan item. This is the Garnier Intensive 7 Days Hydrating Lotion. It is a body lotion. It's a big 400ml bottle, and I think this came in roughly around about the £5 mark, so it's a really good budget option for a body lotion, and I find this really, really good. I don't feel the need to spend a lot more money on a body lotion. Personally, I feel like body lotions are items where you can go budget. You can get some really good budget options, and Garnier is a good brand for that. I do want to try the red bottle of the Garnier body lotion. I think it comes highly recommended by Caroline Hirons, and I like to kind of see what products she's recommending. But this one feels really lightweight. I think this one would be quite lovely for the summer months as well, when you want to hydrate your body but you don't want anything too sticky or too tacky and heavy on your skin. So very lightweight, sinks in beautifully. You can get dressed fairly quickly afterwards as well. You don't have to hang around, in the nudie waiting for your body lotion to dry. You can get dressed fairly quickly afterwards with this. And then because it is a big 400ml bottle, it does last you a decent amount of time as well. So I think this has been in my project pan for a couple of months. So though it is an item you are going to be purchasing every other month or so, because it is quite cheap, it's not going to be an item that's going to break the bank. There are other options that they do in this. So this is the aloe vera one, and I think they do a mango one as well. So there are a few different options that you can try as well. I think this is brilliant, a really great hydrating body lotion. My skin feels nice and silky and smooth and nourished afterwards, and I would definitely repurchase this, and I am very keen as well to try the other ones within the range, like I say, the red bottle of this as well. So highly recommend this if you are after an affordable body lotion that's in a decent size. So next is another Garnier product, and this is a repeat purchase for me. I think I got this originally for Christmas last year. I think my brother got me this as like a stocking filler, and it's an intensive restoring hand cream. Also, sorry if you can hear like creakiness. My dressing table stool is really creaky, so yeah, if you notice any creaking, apologies about that, it is my chair. But yeah, this is the Garnier Hand Repair Intensive Restoring Hand Cream, and it's a really decently sized 100ml bottle that I cut open. I do that with all my products that are like this, and I scoop out the rest of the product within that, because you can often find that you've got loads of product. So don't think that your product is empty as soon as you can't squeeze any more out. Cut it open and scoop out the rest. So yeah, this is a repeat purchase because I think it's a brilliant hand cream. And again, Garnier, it's a budget friendly option as well. And like with the body lotion, hand cream is an item that I don't think you need to spend a load of money on. This one does a really good job of nourishing my skin, hydrating my hands, especially at this time of year as well, where I notice that my hands are a lot drier. I could probably do with putting some on actually. And with this one, you have a decent amount of time to rub it into your skin to give your hand a little bit of a massage if you want to, but then it's not going to leave your fingers feeling really greasy afterwards. So if you want to use your phone afterwards, you can do. You're not going to get those greasy smear marks. And again, like with the body lotion, because they are decently sized, because this is a decent 100ml size tube instead of like a 25 or 30ml for example, this is going to last you a really decent amount of time. However, for the size of my handbag, this is a little bit too big. So that is where a smaller size would come in better. But a brilliant hand cream. I've repurchased it, so I would definitely repurchase again in the future, and another one that I would recommend if you're after a budget-friendly, really hydrating hand cream. So last four items are all skincare items, and I finished these off all about like roughly the same time in November, so I had to go and make a little bit of an expensive purchase to replenish all of these items as well with other products. The first one I want to talk about is a hydrating serum. This is the Aveeno Calm and Restore Triple Oat Serum, and this I think is a 30ml bottle. Yep, a 30ml bottle, recommended for normal to dry skin. And I bought this because this was recommended on Dr. Shireen Idris's TikTok videos, one of her TikTok videos. I think she has YouTube as well, I'll link her account. She's a dermatologist, so knows what she's talking about. I like to go for people like that for my skincare recommendations. And this was recommended again as a budget-friendly option for a really good hydrating serum. I think this was good. I wasn't wowed by it. I didn't find it super hydrating and super calming. If I want a hydrating serum, I think in the future I'm going to stick with Vichy 89 serum because that one is just brilliant. So far nothing tops that one in terms of hydration for me. But this was a nice one to try, especially as well because I bought this not long after having my allergic reaction. So I was mainly sort of focused on products that were both hydrating and also designed for sensitive skin. And my skin seemed to tolerate this product fine. It was good, it was nice, but I wasn't wowed by it. I didn't love it enough to want to repurchase it. So yeah, not one I would repurchase in the future, but if you do have dry sensitive skin, it's worth a go, give it a try. Aveeno is a really great brand as well. It is targeted towards dry sensitive skins. But it's just for me that it didn't wow me enough to go, yes, I want to keep repurchasing that. But glad I have tried it, but I think I'll just sort of stick with Vichy 89. So next is a retinol, and this is a product that I have repurchased in the past. I think this is my second or maybe my third tube of this. It's from Medicate. I've cut it open. It's the Crystal Retinol 3, and definitely cut this product open if you own this because the amount of product that comes out of this is amazing. I fill right to the brim a little tub with product when I cut this open. There's so much product left. So this costs about £45 I think, so you definitely don't want to be wasting any product. Make sure you cut it open, scoop out all the product, get every penny's worth with this product. Now this is a repurchase because I really enjoy Medik8 retinols. They are a really high quality retinol. They're a great trusted brand when it comes to retinol products, and they make it really easy as well to know where to start. If you go on their website, they do have a guide of all of their retinols, which ones your skin type might tolerate. It also gives you information if you're a beginner to retinol, if you're moving up, if you are an experienced retinol user. So go on their website, have a look and see what they recommend for you. Now I was a beginner, so that's why I went with the 3. I think you can get the 1 though. The next step up with this would be a 6, the Crystal Retinol 6, but I think that one is a little bit more expensive, and when it came to me repurchasing I couldn't find that on a good deal, so I have actually, I don't know if you can see it, gone for a L'Oreal one instead. That comes also quite highly recommended, so I'll see how that one goes, see how it compares to this. But Medik8 is a brand that I will definitely come back to in terms of retinol because my skin seems to tolerate the retinol really well. So I retinol about once every 4 days, and my routine is to wash my face, remove all of my makeup, completely dry my skin, and then apply 1 pump of this to my face, another pump of it to my neck and décolleté, leave it for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then finish my skincare routine with a hydrating serum and then a moisturiser. If you are in your 30s or older and you're not currently using retinol, it probably would be a good idea to look into that, to add that to your skincare routine. So a really great product. I am interested in the future in trying the 6, the Crystal Retinol 6, if I can get it on a good budget, but interesting to try the L'Oreal and see how that one compares to this. But this is definitely a brand and definitely a product that I would recommend if you do want to try a retinol or you want to switch from your current brand of retinol to another one. Medik8 is a really good option. So excellent product, love this. My skin tolerated it fine. It's not going to stop any, you know, signs of aging in the future, but it helps to just kind of slow it down. So an item that I will continue to have in my skincare routine, but love this, would recommend. Go and check it out. Next is a moisturiser. Again, this is another product that I've used in the past, so this is a repurchase. This is from La-Roche Posay, one of my favourite brands. It's a real trusted brand for me when it comes to simple skincare that is gonna work. It's not harsh, it's not stripping, and it's targeted to dry skin, dehydrated skin, sensitive skin as well. But I think there are a couple of lines within the brand that are targeted more towards blemish prone skin as well, so it seems to kind of cover a lot of different bases. And this is a moisturiser. This is the Toleriane Daily Repair Moisturiser. It's in a 40ml tube, pump tube, so a little bit less product compared to a standard 50ml moisturiser. Nice little pump, so nice and hygienic. You're not scooping your fingers into a pot of moisturiser. I would use this in the morning and then a separate moisturiser of an evening, and I think about 4 pumps of this was enough for my face and neck. And it's a really lightweight moisturiser. It's got a very fine texture. It's nothing really thick and heavy, but it's beautifully hydrating as well. So a really nice product to kind of massage into your skin as well. It doesn't sink in immediately. Tolerated it fine over my eyes as well, so I did gently put a little bit over my eyes, especially as well because I'm not using an eye cream at the moment. I am just using my moisturiser and seeing how that goes. And this is a repeat purchase for me because it's a moisturiser that my skin seems to tolerate really well. This product, and also this brand as well, actually comes quite highly recommended from dermatologists, so you know it's a trusted brand that's going to deliver and it's going to give you good results. Now it does look like there is a little bit of product left in here. It looks like there's some sort of thin separate squeezy tube or something within the actual plastic packaging. So I think last time I used this up I managed to use more of the product. There wasn't as much left in here. So a bit of a shame that I can't actually get into this and scoop the rest of this out, but I have kept pumping it, but nothing else is coming out. So that's a little bit annoying, but regardless of that, I will continue to repurchase this product because I really enjoy it. One of my favourite moisturisers. So again, another product that I would recommend if you're after a fairly affordable, it's not a cheap brand, it's kind of mid, I suppose. Their products tend to kind of fit within the 10 to £20 bracket. I think this was roughly around about £15, but you can get it on lots of different websites, lots of different places, so shop around, do what I do, try and get a good discount on it. But yeah, definitely one that I would recommend if you are after a really hydrating but lightweight, easy to use, simple moisturiser. So last item is an SPF, and this one came recommended from Caroline Hirons, and I think I just saw it like promoted everywhere on social media. It's from the brand Violette, and you might recognise it. It was quite sort of popular, like I say, on social media. I've cut this one open and I can't seem to open it. Hang on, there we go. So I've cut it open, scooped out the rest of the product. There didn't seem to be much in here when I scooped it out though, so that's quite good. It's good that you can get most of it out through just pumping the product out. And I bought this a couple of months ago when Ultraviolet was doing their buy one get one free. Now I think this retails for about £34 or something like that, so it's a very expensive SPF, especially as well because I tend to get through an SPF about one every 5-6 weeks. And SPF is essential in your skincare routine, so it's an item that you're going to be repurchasing on a real regular basis. And £34 each time, that's a big hit, that's a lot of money. So the buy one get one free offer just seemed like a really good way for me to try the brand and try the SPFs and see what I think. And unfortunately, I really like it. I think it's probably one of the best SPFs I've ever tried because it just feels like a moisturiser. This one is the Sunscreen Hydrating Facial Sunscreen SPF 50. I did also pick up the Clean Screen fragrance-free weightless mineral sunscreen SPF 30. So I wanted to use the 50 first because we were at the start of autumn, maybe end of summer as well. And the SPF 30 I can use more in the later autumn into winter when we're not getting as much sunlight. So yeah, the one I'm using is the SPF 50 at the moment, and 3 pumps tends to do my face and my neck, and it looks like a tinted moisturiser. It has a tinted moisturiser type of appearance in terms of like my skin tone, but it applies like a moisturiser. Doesn't apply like your typical SPF, so thick, greasy, sticky, a bit tacky, makes your face look really shiny afterwards. This just sinks in immediately, straight away, just like a moisturiser. Doesn't leave my skin looking really glowy and shiny afterwards. It's just a nice little sheen, and it doesn't feel sticky and tacky afterwards. If I put my fingers on my face after applying it, it has sunk in really beautifully. So if you hate that stereotypical texture of an SPF, give this one a go, give it a try and see how you get on with it. But because it is expensive, you might have to wait for a discount maybe if you can't quite afford £34 on a sunscreen, because it is an expensive product. Now you do get 50 mils, so you do get a decent size sunscreen. It's a typical moisturiser amount that you get, so that is good, because sometimes with SPFs you can get like a 30ml bottle, and with that you're going to get through it really quickly. So I think this one did take me sort of nearer the 6 weeks mark, and I apply SPF every single day. What I will say about this one is the smell initially is horrible, and that's what I've seen a lot of comments about this product say, that the smell is foul. Now I don't even know how to describe the smell. It's very sweet, but it's like a sour, burnt, gone off sweetness. It's a really bizarre scent. So for the first few times, maybe the first week of applying this, the scent was quite overpowering and I really didn't enjoy it, and I could see why people had stopped using this actually because of that smell. However, after I got past that initial kind of, ugh, that smells horrible, I didn't notice it. So if you can bear with it, if you can kind of push through and deal with the scent, then hopefully you can get to the stage that I got to where I just didn't notice it. If you can't know, and if you are bothered by the fragrance, the other one I got, the SPF 30, the Clean Screen, is fragrance free, so maybe that could be a better option for you. But I loved this sunscreen. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Decent size, liked that it was SPF 50 plus, liked that it applied just like a moisturiser. Smell is the downside, and cost is definitely the downside as well. So as much as I would love to repurchase this because I got on with it really well, I can't justify £34, I think it's £34, on an SPF. So if this came back on a buy one get one free deal, £17 each instead is a much better price. Still slightly expensive though in my mind, but obviously much better than £34. So one that I would recommend because it's a brilliant product, one that I would like to repurchase, but I do have to take into account the cost of it. So those were all of my items that I finished up in November. So if you have tried any of them, please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, and also how many items you tend to finish up on a monthly basis as well. And does it fluctuate like mine does? Do some months you get loads, some months not so much? Let me know. So hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please also subscribe if you haven't as well. And I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. And I'll see you again soon for my next one. Bye guys.